Hello. All right. So today I'm trying to help out with some of the problems here, and then so here we have what we call sum of cubes, right? And the goal is to factor this, right? So there's a special formula for that, and for the sum of cubes, it follows the following pattern. Uh, a cube plus b cube, right? Two perfect cubes, and it factors as a plus b, which are the cubic root of the first two terms there, and then times a squared minus a times b plus b squared. That's the formula. So if that is given to you, all you have to do here is to recognize that this is a perfect cube, right? Because if you multiply y 3 times, you get y to the power 3, right? And then here, the cubic root of 64 is 4, because 4 times 4 times 4 is 64. So we have the sum of two cubes. So let's see, right? So here, for the first two terms, for a plus b, that would be y plus 4, right? Y times y times y is y cubed, and 4 times 4 times 4 is 64. Now, all we have to do here, for the trinomial here, is to find the square of a, right? Because this is a square. So what is the square of y? It's y squared. Then I put a minus, that's part of the formula, minus. And then I have to multiply a times b. So these two terms, y and 4, multiply them, I get 4. I'm going to put 4 first, and then y. 4y. Then the last term is plus b squared. So I have to square the 4 here. So 4 square. I don't have to put 4 square. I know that 4 square is 16, so here I put 16. And that's it. You are done. Now, I'd like to help you out with the other one, which is the simplifying the rational expression, right? So you have, because I'm not sure if anybody else is going to do it. So 4 over w minus 2. Oh, actually, it's y squared minus 2w. Y squared minus 2w plus 6 over 5w, and then minus 2 over y minus 2. Beautiful. All right, so here we recognize that we all have different denominators, right? So we cannot do anything but to find the least common denominator. Before we do that, we need to factor all those denominators, right, if possible. So here, it seems like I can, factor this into w times w minus 2. And then 5w stays as it is, and y minus 2 stays as it is. Okay, beautiful. So now I can find the LCD, the least common denominator between those three terms. What do they have in common? Okay, we have the w in common. The w here, w there. So it has to be part of the LCD. And we also have the w minus 2 and the w minus 2. So it has to be part of the LCD. So we got the w minus 2. And then whatever is left. And what we have left is the 5 here. Okay? I don't know why I chose purple. I just selected any type of... So 5w times w minus 2 is your LCD. So now we need, to find a equivalent expression for all those three terms with the LCD of 5w times w minus 2. All right, so I'm going to rewrite, so as a shortcut, I'm going to rewrite this here, 4 over w times w minus 2, right, plus 6 over 5w, let me 5w, and then minus 2 over w minus 2. All right, so if you were to compare this, so we can go from there and find our equivalent expression. Okay, so if we're comparing this here to my LCD, what is missing from here? Well, the only thing missing is the 5, right? So all I have to do to make it a denominator of 5w times w minus 2 is to add 5, well, to include 5 in my denominator, but also I have to include 5 in my numerator. 4 times 5, so 5 times this, that's gonna, give me my LCD. But to make it equivalent, I need to put a 5 on top as well. Okay? So now we repeat the process with the second term. So what is missing from 5w that, what is missing in this denominator? Well, is the w minus 2, correct? So I have to include the w minus 2 here. Okay? And I need to include it on top, w minus 2, to make it equivalent. Okay? And then again, now, from here, what is missing from the LCD? Well, I'm missing the 5w. And so I'm going to include, so I'm going to put this, I'm going to put this in parentheses. I'm going to put 5w here, and then I must include 5w on top if I multiply. Okay? So now, all my denominators look like my LCD. That's perfect. And then everything that I included at the bottom is also included on top. All right, so now, because I have the least common denominator, I can put it as one common denominator, which is 5w times w minus 2, right? And then here, everything on top, I can add them up now. I have 4 times 5, 20, plus 6w minus 6 times 2, that's 6w minus 12, right? And then negative 2 times 5w, that's 10w, so minus 10w. Okay, so what I want to do is kind of combine the like terms. So I'm going to the next step now. 6w minus 10w, that's negative 4w. And then 20 minus 12, that's 8, plus 8, over 5w times w minus 2. Okay? All right, so I see that if I factor out, so I see something that I could do here, because I want to simplify this. Just by looking at this, it's kind of hard. But if I factor out the negative 4, for example, I get negative 4 times w minus 2. Okay? So it's not that obvious, but you have to kind of work it out to see if there's something in common. So negative 4 times w is negative 4w, and negative 4 times negative 2 is positive 8. Okay, so it works out. So over 5w times w minus 2. And then we can see that we have w minus 2 in common. On top and at the bottom, cancel it out. And my final answer should be negative 4 over 5w. All right. I hope that helps.